Seven Little Johnstons star Jonah Johnston and his wife Ashley are expecting their first baby. Ashley is about to give birth to a baby boy. In this video, we'll take you through their amazing journey, starting from when they first fell in love, through their emotional pregnancy, and right up to the hours before their son arrives. If you're a fan of the Johnstons or love sweet family stories, get ready. This one is special. Fans have watched Jonah grow up on TV, from a quiet teenager into a caring and strong young man. He's faced many challenges living with achondroplasia, trying to find his place in the world, and searching for love. Everything changed when he met Ashley Smith, a fellow little person with a big heart. That's when Jonah found his true match. Jonah said, "I remember the first time I met Ashley. I was super nervous, but she made me feel comfortable right away. We just connected. She understands me like no one else does." Ashley added, "We had so much in common, not just being little people, but the way we look at life. We both wanted something real. Family means everything to us." Their relationship wasn't always easy. Like any couple, they faced problems, some from the world around them, some from within. But their love kept growing stronger. By 2022, fans started to wonder, was Jonah going to propose? And during a special family moment, he did. Ashley said yes, and she officially became part of the Johnston family. After the engagement, life got busy. They planned a wedding, moved in together, and worked on creating a home that was comfortable for both of them. It wasn't always easy. They had to find furniture that fit, deal with stares, and answer questions from strangers. Every day brought new things to figure out. Ashley said, "People always ask if it's hard being two little people in a world made for average height. The truth is we make it work. We adjust, and we support each other." The Johnstons were there to help, as always. Jonah's parents, Amber and Trent, gave advice and support. Even Jonah's siblings, Liz, Anna, Alex, and Emma, helped out, making sure this baby boy would be welcomed with love. Amber said, "I always wanted my kids to know we'd support them no matter what. Seeing Jonah become a husband and now a dad, it's honestly a dream come true for me." One cold morning in late November, Jonah and Ashley called the whole family together and said they had exciting news. The cameras were rolling, but no one knew what it was. Were they buying a house? A puppy? Then Ashley held up a tiny blue onesie and everyone knew. Jonah said, "I've never seen my mom cry so fast." Telling them we were having a baby was the best feeling ever. Trent added, "I thought I was ready to be a grandpa, but when I heard the words, 'We're pregnant,' that's when it really hit me." The news brought happiness to the entire Johnston family and all their fans. Social media blew up with love, fan art, and good wishes. For Jonah and Ashley, reality was setting in. Doctor's appointments, baby books, and picking names. For Ashley, pregnancy was a blessing, but also a challenge. As a little person, she needed special care and more checkups than most moms-to-be. Every part of her pregnancy was watched closely by doctors who handled high-risk cases. There were lots of tests and questions. Would their baby inherit achondroplasia? Would everything go okay? Ashley said, "I knew the risks. I did my research, but I also knew Jonah and I were strong enough to handle anything." As the months passed, they grew even closer. They took birthing classes, watched parenting videos, and leaned on the Johnston family's experience. Still, there were tough moments. Jonah said, "Some nights, I just stared at the ceiling wondering, am I ready to be a dad? Will I be good enough?" But Ashley always reminded me, we're doing this together. Fans followed Ashley's pregnancy journey on Instagram. Each week, she shared updates with funny captions and that classic Johnston optimism. As she reached the final months, the excitement grew. The nursery was finished, soft blues and whites, filled with handmade decorations from the family. The baby shower, hosted by Liz and Anna, was full of laughs, cake, and tiny clothes. Liz said, "Ashley's basically my sister now. I can't wait to be Aunt Liz. We're already fighting over who gets to babysit first." Anna said, "I made him a little hat. He's not even born yet, and he's already the best-dressed Johnston." On their last night, as just the two of them, Jonah made Ashley her favorite meal. They watched their favorite movie and took one final belly selfie. Jonah said, "I can't believe tomorrow's the day. It feels like we've been waiting forever. Now it's really happening. Wish us luck. Ashley couldn't sleep that night. Instead, she wrote a letter to her unborn son. It was full of love and promises. Ashley said, "To my baby boy, I haven't met you yet, but I already love you more than anything. I hope you always know how wanted and loved you are, and that you have a family who will always be there for you." At 3 a.m., Ashley's contractions began. Jonah jumped into action, called his mom, grabbed the hospital bag, and helped Ashley to the car. The drive was a mix of nerves, excitement, and quiet prayers. Jonah said, "I kept telling Ashley, you're doing great. You've got this." Honestly, I think I was more nervous than she was. Hours passed. Ashley amazed everyone, nurses, doctors, and even herself with her strength. Jonah stayed by her side the whole time, cheering her on, bringing her ice chips, and even cracking a few dad jokes. Then, at 2:14 p.m., the room filled with the sound of their baby boy crying. He was finally here, healthy and perfect. The love in the room was instant. Amber and Trent were the first to meet their grandson, followed by Liz, Anna, Alex, and Emma. Each person took turns holding the tiny newborn, their faces full of pride and wonder. Amber said, "I can't believe how perfect he is. Jonah and Ashley are going to be amazing parents." Trent joked, "He's already got my nose." Poor kid. But seriously, seeing Jonah hold his son, nothing in the world beats that feeling. Fans rushed to social media with congratulations, funny baby photos, and video messages from other reality TV families. TLC announced a special episode about the baby's arrival, and hashtag Baby Johnston was trending for days. The first 48 hours flew by in a blur of feedings, diapers, and visitors. Jonah and Ashley barely slept, but they couldn't stop smiling. Ashley said, "There's so much to learn. Every time he cries, I wonder, is he hungry? Tired? Cold? But I think we're doing okay." Jonah said, "I thought I knew what love was, but holding my son, seeing Ashley become a mom, there's nothing like it." Once they got home, life settled into a new routine. Late night feedings, piles of laundry, and the quiet joy of watching their baby sleep. Every challenge and sleepless night was balanced by love, laughter, and the strong support of their family. Sitting together on the couch with their baby sleeping nearby, Jonah and Ashley looked back on how much their lives had changed. Jonah said, "I used to worry a lot about the future. Now, I just want to make sure our son knows how loved he is. That's what matters most." Ashley said, "I'm excited for every little milestone. His first steps, his first words, his first day at school. Whatever comes, we'll face it together." For the Johnston family, this is just the beginning of a new chapter. As they welcome this baby boy into their loving, close-knit family, one thing is clear: he's in the best hands possible. Even the best prepared parents learn quickly that nothing fully prepares you for those first few weeks. For Jonah and Ashley, every day brought new lessons, surprises, and a growing understanding of their own strength and patience. Ashley said, "I read every parenting book I could find." But when it's 3 a.m. and he's crying for the third time, you just figure it out. Sometimes you get it right, sometimes you don't, and that's okay. From sleepless nights to diaper messes, Jonah and Ashley learned to laugh through the chaos. They took turns with feedings, cheered each other on, and leaned on their family, especially Amber and Trent, who were always there with advice, meals, and helping hands. Trent said, "Parenthood is the hardest job in the world, but also the most rewarding. I told Jonah, just love him. Everything else will come together." Being a Johnston means more than just sharing a last name. It's about being strong, loving, and sticking together no matter what. As the first grandchild, Jonah and Ashley's son was instantly adored, not just by his parents, but by all his aunts, uncles, and grandparents. "He's so tiny, but already so loved," Liz said. "I want him to know he can come to me for anything. That's what big sisters are for, even if we're really his aunts." Anna said, "I know what it's like to be the new kid in the family. He's going to fit right in. I can't wait to show him the ropes." Trent and Amber, now officially Papa and Nana, felt their lives change too. They shared old family stories, gave advice from their own parenting years, and dreamed about watching their grandson's first steps, first words, and maybe even his own TLC episode someday. Being little people means facing challenges other families don't always think about. Now, with the baby, Jonah and Ashley had to rethink simple tasks, like reaching the sink, changing diapers on tall tables, and finding car seats and strollers that work for them. Ashley said, "There's no one size fits all for us, and that's okay. We adapt. Sometimes it's hard, but it makes us stronger as a couple, as parents, and as people." Jonah said, "I want my son to know that his differences are his strengths. Growing up in this family, he'll learn that every challenge is just a new adventure." The Johnstons' honesty about their challenges connected with fans. Messages came in from little people, parents, and supporters, all sharing their own stories and sending love. From the moment they announced the pregnancy, the Johnston family and TLC viewers were cheering them on. Fan mail poured in blankets, baby books, handmade sweaters, and letters from people who had grown up watching them on TV. Ashley said, "Reading those letters, it hit me how much our story means to people. We never meant to be role models, but if we help someone feel less alone, it's all worth it." Other reality TV stars sent their congratulations. TLC made a surprise video montage of fan messages, showing Jonah and Ashley just how loved they are. Jonah said, "I didn't realize how big our family had become. Not just by blood, but all these amazing people who support us. Being in the spotlight has ups and downs." Jonah and Ashley's story was all over social media, with fans and the media celebrating every moment. While they were thankful for the support, they also needed some privacy. Jonah said, "It's a strange feeling. Everyone wants to know everything. We try to share what we can, but some moments, like holding my son for the first time, those are just for us." Ashley said, "We love our fans, but we also want to protect our son's privacy. He'll have his own story to tell one day." With help from TLC, Jonah and Ashley set healthy boundaries. They shared the parts of their journey they were comfortable with and kept the more personal moments private. It wasn't always easy, but they handled it with honesty and grace. Every family remembers the first smile, the first laugh, the first time their baby sleeps through the night. For Jonah and Ashley, those moments were more than just milestones. They were proof of the beautiful life they created. Amber said, "He's such a happy baby. Every time I hold him, I think about Jonah at that age. We've come so far as a family. It's all been worth it." Trent said, "I used to worry how Jonah would handle the hard days, but seeing him with his son, I know he's going to be just fine." The Johnstons celebrated every little event. A tiny birthday hat for the 1-month mark, homemade crafts from each family member, a scrapbook with photos, notes, and the baby's first handprint in blue paint. As the weeks turned into months, the Johnston home was full of love, energy, and all the messiness that comes with real life. Through every sleepless night and every new challenge, Jonah and Ashley felt their hearts grow, both for their baby and the family helping them raise him. Ashley said, "I never thought I'd be this happy, this tired, or this thankful. Our son has brought out the best in all of us. He's the missing piece we didn't know we needed." Jonah said, "I hope one day he watches these videos and sees how much he was loved from the very beginning." For the Johnstons, family has always meant staying together, facing challenges head-on, and celebrating every win, big or small. With a new generation to raise, those values matter even more now. The Johnstons have always been more than just a TV family. By living openly and honestly, they've broken stereotypes, encouraged understanding, and inspired people everywhere, little and average-sized alike. Ashley said, "I want our son to grow up proud of his story, to know that he belongs, no matter what anyone says." Jonah said, "I want the same. And I promise, no matter what, he'll always know how much he's loved. The world isn't always kind, but if we can teach him to be strong, kind, and true to himself, then we've done our job." As their story continues to unfold, Jonah and Ashley hope to use their platform to advocate for inclusion, accessibility, and love in all its forms. With every passing day, Jonah and Ashley's dreams for their son and their family grow richer and deeper. They talk late into the night about what the future might hold. First steps first. Words, kindergarten, adventures near and far. Ashley, I just want him to be happy, to find his passion, to know we'll always be here cheering him on. Jonah, my hope is that he'll grow up in a world that's a little kinder, a little more understanding because of stories like ours. The Jones aren't perfect. They make mistakes, argue, laugh, and cry, just like any family, but as they embark on this new chapter, they do so with open hearts, unshakable love, and the knowledge that together they can weather any storm. On a quiet evening, Jonah and Ashley sit side by side there, newborn sleeping between them. They write a letter, a message for their son to read one day, a snapshot of their hopes, fears, and gratitude in this moment. Jonah, to our precious boy you, are our greatest adventure, our biggest joy, and our proudest legacy. We promise to love you fiercely, guide you gently, and support you always. Never be afraid to be yourself. Stand tall no matter how small the world tries to make you feel. You are enough just as you are. Love, Mom and Dad. It's a simple message, but it holds the weight of generations. The wisdom of experience, the warmth of unconditional love, and the promise of new beginnings. As the episode closes, we see the Johnston house lit up against the night sky, one window glowing softly, as Jonah and Ashley rock their son to sleep. Their journey has been full of ups and downs, but one thing is certain. The adventure is just beginning. The next generation of Johnsons is here, and if the past is any indication, the future will be filled with laughter, love, and the kind of courage that can change the world. Thank you for sharing this incredible journey with us. Whether you've been a fan from the beginning or just discovered the Jones, we hope their story inspires you to cherish your family, celebrate your differences, and believe in new beginnings. Don't forget to like, comment, more update. Jonah Johnston takes on tough competition, but why? And 7 Little Johnstons fans react to Jonah Johnston's transformation. Jonah Johnston's mental health struggles get worse, but how? And Trent and Jonah Johnston enjoy some father and son bonding, but how? I will explain everything. Jonah Johnston takes on tough competition, but why? 7. Jonah Johnston, star of the Little Johnstons, is facing some formidable opposition. Amber Johnston, his mother, documented his most recent journey, and he seems to be enjoying every second of it thus far. Now, what kind of competition does Jonah participate in? For all the information, continue reading. You can also view some new photos of the Johnston family by scrolling down. Since John doesn't use social media very often, his mother provides the majority of his updates. Since her son was competing, she felt compelled to share with followers what they had planned for the weekend. On Sunday, Amber Johnston posted a new picture of her oldest kid on Instagram. He was cooking outside at a table when the picture was taken. He had never participated in a barbecue tournament before. She said, "It appears that he was fully prepared to face the challenging battle." Amber shared a few more pictures on her Instagram stories for her followers to view. Jonah can be seen showcasing his diligence. Below, he served a tasty barbecue dish in a takeout container. A selfie of Amber, Trent, and Elizabeth getting ready to eat some barbecue was also taken. The competition appears to have taken place on a lovely day. When John enters his first barbecue competition, a lot of fans are thrilled. They believe it's fantastic that he's experimenting. A few of Amber's supporters sent Jonah well wishes and requested an update. "That's fun," exclaimed one enthusiast. "It must have tasted delicious, too." Then someone else said, "Well done, buddy. Let the people see how it's done." Supporters of 7 Little Jones want to learn more about Jonah's latest ventures. One admirer even proposed that they create a restaurant in the future, and another believed that the whole family should participate in barbecue preparation to let everyone know how Jonah's first competition went. Amber should post an update. No matter what happens, he appears content in these pictures. What are your thoughts on these fresh images of the Johnston family? Do you like how Jonah Johnston is experimenting and Having fun? Comment below with your thoughts. 7 Little Johnstons fans react to Jonah Johnston's transformation, but why? Star of 7. Little Johnstons Jonah Johnston flaunted his new appearance to his followers. At this point, fans are commenting on his dramatic change. Consequently, what has changed with Jonah and what are the opinions of fans? Jonah's style has been evolving lately. During 7 Little Jones, the TLC, personality adjusted his hairstyle and made a small fashion shift. He got some positive feedback from his sisters when he modeled his clothes before leaving for the Little People of America National Conference. Fans have now begun to comment on his new hairstyle. Jonah recently made his debut on 7 Little Johnston with his new permed hairstyle. He had his hair done by a hairstylist who came to his parents' house. His family's response to the shift was, later. According to Emma Johnston, who saw her big brother's hair in a confessional, it resembles Raymond Noodles. Trent Johnston was taken aback by the significant alteration when he arrived after work. Jonah disclosed to his relatives that he kept his dating partner Ashley in the dark about his altering appearance. According to him, he is more likely than the other to keep her on her toes. He seemed certain, though, that she would enjoy it. You can see how his hair has changed below. On Reddit, fans of 7 Little Johnston are discussing Jonah Johnston's major disclosure. His new hairdo appears to be popular with many of his followers. As some have noted, it is an improvement over his prior appearance. According to a fan of 7 Little Johnston, I thought I would hate it, but I liked it better than his previous messy, shaggy, mock look. Other Reddit users commented that among men Jonah's age, it's a quite fashionable style. Thus, although it may surprise some, it's truly fashionable. I understand that is the style these days, someone said. It's not something I enjoy, but I also don't despise it. One more enthusiast added, I kind of like it. The fact that Jonah seems content with his new appearance is all that matters. How does Jonah Johnston's new appearance appeal to you? Does his new hair appeal to you? Or did you prefer it earlier? Tell us what you think in the space provided for comments below. Jonah Johnston's mental health struggles get worse, but how Jonah Johnston continues to struggle with mental health issues. According to the recently released 7 Little Johnston Season 12 preview, Trent and Amber Johnston make the decision to intervene since it appears that things might be getting worse. To see all of the information that has been released thus far about the forthcoming season, continue reading. In the newest season of the show, Trent and Amber's 22-year-old son is dealing with some difficult mental health issues. This week, TLC unveiled the first season 12 preview. Jonah's mental health is a significant theme in this season's plot. He talks a little bit in the teaser about how his mental health issues had affected him and the efforts his family is making to make things better. Jonah discusses in a confessional how his relationship with his girlfriend Ashley is being impacted by his mental health. I haven't been giving Ashley the priority I should because of my anxiety issues, he claims. This conclusion sounds to have disappointed the TLC star. In the end, it seems like Jonah Johnston's anxiousness might be worsening, which is why Amber and Trent are becoming engaged. Jonah is once again living with Trent and Amber. As the preview makes clear, they have made the decision to take over and support him while he navigates these challenging mental health conditions. They do not want him to be left to deal with this alone. We're going to help Jonah move back home with his parents, says Trent. Does Ashley know what's been going on with you? Amber then asks her.